Right, let's go ahead and review the trade from June 6th. This is around 9:43 Central Standard Time. We had news about 40 minutes ago. ES and NQ are highly discorrelated, where we have ES shooting extremely higher compared to NQ. So I was a little hesitant. You see, I have this draw on liquidity here. There was two draws. One at the top where you just briefly saw, and there's one at the very bottom, which actually I don't believe it got swept this day, at least during this time. ES had inversed an hourly gap, but NQ had not. So again, conflicting draws. But I wanted to put a little bit of risk on the table here, as we had inversed the 1 minute, we had formed a 1 minute, we had retested the 1 minute gap. So now I'm kind of just here waiting to see if we're gonna go target that high. Now, obviously, NQ is also within a 1 minute gap, but you can see both on ESN and Q, there's that trend line liquidity. And if you watch any of these videos, those will get swept eventually. It doesn't need to be exactly right now. So I was a little hesitant, but the draw seemed decent. And ES was just a lot stronger than NQ. So put risk on the table. You can see I'm down what 3% currently. Getting a decent reaction though on the 5 minute. Gotta be patient. I believe I was in this trade for about 10 minutes. Yeah, just about 10, 11 minutes. Oh yeah, you can see that perfect draw on the bottom too, those equal lows. That's essentially what I was worried about. But I'm not really getting a really nice reaction. I'm getting a decent one, right? We're still staying above this 1 minute gap. But again, the trend liquidity below. And ES has been moving super strong, but then it's like hesitating. So I personally did not really feel comfortable just continuing to hold this. Although it looks like it's gonna go up, it's having issues. It's like running into something. So what ends up happening is I manually close the trade for an $18 profit. Yep, so essentially break even. You're gonna see here in a minute that I close it. Again, I just did not like the inconsistency, it's holding this 5 minute, but it's really struggling to really just shoot up. So I decided to manually close the trade, and I think like 5 minutes later, ES just ripped up to the upside like the whole session. So that's the trade. It was pretty much break even day. Hope you learned something.